Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the Makeup Mummy family. And guys, if you are new to my channel, it would be amazing if you can hit that subscribe button and join me here. And remember to hit that bell so I'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays, so you guys won't miss a thing. So today we are doing a high-end versus drugstore. On the eyes, two palettes, battling it out. Me personally, these are dupes. So guys, I'm going to let you choose what you think is the high end and what you think is the drugstore. I'm super excited for this. So guys, without further ado, if you want to see what I'm using on my eyes and what each of these palettes are and how they apply and how they work on the eye, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so let me show you the palettes that we're going to be using for this little tutorial. Like I said in the intro, these are definitely dupes. So the first one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the Subculture palette. Now this palette was very controversial. Not a lot of people liked it because of the magnitude of fallout there was. I happen to like the Subculture. I have not had really any problems with it. So let me just open it up and show you what we've got going on in here. So this palette is lots of like deep greens, forest greens, you've got your aubergines, lots of like yellows, orangey yellows, you've got this peach here, you've got some shimmers going on. This is absolutely beautiful. And then you've got this one which is like a duochrome, so it looks white in the pan but actually comes off pink. Now the one that we're going to be duping this for is the Makeup Revolution Diversion palette. So let me just show you what that looks like. So as you can see, the colours are not arranged in the same positions as the Subculture, but you've pretty much got the same colours going on in there. So all those forest greens, the aubergines, you've got this really beautiful shimmer, you've got the duochrome, which is white in the pan but comes off pink. I think there's maybe one or two extra shades from the Makeup Revolution, but damn, they're close. So what I'm going to do, guys, right this second is we are going to apply the Makeup Revolution on one eye and the Subculture on another. I have two sets of different brushes just so we're getting a fair go with these palettes. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get this started. Okay, lovely, so we're going with Subculture first, and we're going with this eye using a brush from Kiko. This is a fluffy one, and we're taking Roxy first to go in there on the crease, building that transition shade up. We're using back and forward motions and also circular motions to blend everything in. Okay, then we're going to take a blending brush and we're just going to make sure those edges are diffused and looking really blended. So I want just a little bit more of Roxy, so we're going to go in with the same brush and again same motions, back and forward and circular motions. And then again with our blending brush, just blend, 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 making sure the edges are diffused. Lovely. Looking really good there. So we're going to go to the division. And we're going to take that peachy shade there, which is just imitating Roxy, with a pink Avon brush, which is quite fluffy in size, and we're going to go and do the same thing, back and forward, circular motions. And then blending brush, blend those edges out, making sure we're diffused. A little bit more of that peachy shade we go. So same brush, again, back and forward, circular motions, blend, blend, blending. It's really important, guys, to make sure everything is blended, looking diffused and flawless, so you don't have sharp lines. Looking good. Okay, so we're going back to Subculture, and we are going to take, let me see, Mercury maybe, no, I think we'll go for Edge. Okay, so taking another brush, this is a smaller brush, and we're going to dip in there and just apply that from outer corner, working our way in. All I'm doing this for is to make it a little bit more warmer and more on that yellowy orange side. Again, blend, blend, make sure those colours are blending really well together and everything is really flawless. A little bit more I feel, so in we go again, and same scenario, just back and forward, circular motions. Blend, blend, blend. Each time I put a colour on, try and blend it, guys, just to make sure everything's looking as flawless as possible. Excellent. Okay, back to Diversion. And we're going to take that yellowy shade, which is mimicking Edge, on a fluffy brush. And in we go. Just again, outer corner, working our way in. And again, blending everything out, just diffusing those colours together. A little bit more again. Same thing, outer corner, working our way in. And of course, don't forget to blend those colours together. Okay, lovelies, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Back to Subculture again. Okay, let me see what we're going to do. A little bit of unwanted. And we're going to take a small packing on brush there and we're just going to put that on the outer corner. As you can see, it packs a punch, this colour. So again, just sticking to the very outer corner. And then we're going to blend that in as well. Like I said, you want all colours to look blended and diffused. Okay, back to diversion again. And we want to take the same green there that again mimics unwanted on a packing on brush, and we're just going to do the same outer corner. This brush is actually an Anastasia brush, so again we're just going to take that outer corner, working our way in, and then we're going to blend it. Blending is important. I feel I want a little bit more, so we're just going to pack a little bit more on there. Definitely Anastasia's eyeshadows have more pigment to them, so I do feel you need to blend this side just a little bit more. Okay, so back to Subculture again, and we're going to go for axes. This is so deep and rich, so all you're needing is a little bit on a packing brush, and you're going to put that on the very, very outer V. And again, it's so pigmented, it's unreal. Now I'm going to take that to the inner corner because I want to create sort of like a spotlight halo eye. So just inner corner, working our way to the middle lid, and outer corner again, and then just blend those two sides. Okay, so then we're going to go and take the Makeup Rev Diversion, and we're going to do the same thing, taking that deep green and packing it on the outer corner. Just like so. Very good pigmentation, not bad at all, and again working that inner corner to create that spotlight halo. Again, I feel I just want to blend all that, most important. And yeah, this side is more pigmented, so I just want to go in there again with the Subculture, and we're just taking a little bit more of that axis just to sort of deepen it a little. And then blend, blend, blend. Okay guys, looking good so far, I'm liking it. Okay, so back to Diversion again. And for the middle of the lid, I'm going with this beautiful shimmer, which mimics Electric from Subculture. So I'm going to use my hand for this and just pack it on. I will indeed use a brush in just a second, you will see. So taking the smudge brush from the Anastasia brush, I'm just going to dip that in. There has been no setting spray used, no Fix Plus. This is just dry as you see it going on the eye. Looking good. I'm really, really liking that shade. Okay, so back to Subculture, and we're going to take Electric, which has to be one of my favourite shades. Again, taking my finger and just packing that on to begin with. Okay, and then again, using an Eco Tool smudge brush, we're just going to pack a little bit more of that on. As you can see, this packs more punch, I have to say, and be honest. But looking good, none the same. I'm liking it. So you just want to take the brush that you already had that Axis green on, and you're just blending out the sides, making sure everything is looking cohesive. Same with the other side. I'm liking it. We're just going to go back to Diversion, and I just want to take a little bit more of that Electric. I just feel that obviously the Anastasia side had just a little bit more pop to it. And again, just going back in there with my brush, just to try and intensify it. Get mixed up with my brushes there. So again, we're just blending everything in, making sure everything looks diffused and flawless, guys. And there we have the look. I really, really like it. Okay guys, so that is pretty much the eye look complete. As you can see, and like I said in my last video, the Makeup Revolution is really, really good. And I've pretty much created the same look as I would with the Subculture. The difference being is, Anastasia's eyeshadows are so pigmented, it's unreal. So as you can see, the depths of the green, even the shimmer is just more intense than the Makeup Revolution. I really like the depth of this eye, but I like also the subtleness of this, and I like the overall look of this eye. This eye has turned out amazingly well as well, considering I am having a little trouble with dryness on this eyelid, with my eczema sort of raising its ugly head. The eyeshadows have applied really well, and they haven't really stuck to any of the dry bits that I have on the eyelid here. You can't see any of that, which is fabby. I like both of these palettes. I love both of these palettes. I love the Anastasia Subculture for the sheer intenseness of the eyeshadows. And I love the Makeup Revolution because it is a fraction of the price. You're still able to create the same look as you are with the Subculture. It's got all the same colours you would get in the Subculture. The only difference is, guys, obviously the pigmentation is far superior in the Anastasia. But if you're asking me right this minute, is it worth picking this up? 100% yes. Not everyone has £43 sitting in their back pocket just to spend on an eyeshadow palette. But if you're liking the colours in this, you're liking what you see in this palette, you could create the same look with this one. Like I said, the pigmentation, you cannot deny in this palette, guys, is insane. But this does exactly the same thing for £4. £4. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to just nip on off. I'm going to just finish the rest of my face, and then I'm just going to come and... Actually, I'll probably do it off camera, so I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. I am going to be using a little Roxy under the eye, just bringing it from there to there. And then I'm going to be using a little of Edge, which is the yellow. Again, just blending that all in, and I'll probably even put a little bit of Axis or Untamed just in the very corner of my under eye. And then for this eye, which is the Makeup Rev eye, what we're going to do is we're going to use our peachy one just right here, bringing it in, and then we're going to use a little of this one here, which is just the dupe for Mercury. And then I'm going to go back in with this one, which is a dupe for the New Wave. And then I'm probably going to use a little bit of the dark one, which is the dupe for Axis. Do the same on both eyes, and I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts. See you soon. Okay, guys, so rest of the makeup is on, eyebrows are on. So now all that's left to do is I put a little bit of mascara on the top lashes. I'm just going to actually do the bottom waterline with you guys, so you can see that there's no nonsense going on. So I am using a little smudge brush from Zoeva. It's from my dupe set, and it is the 226, and I'm going to go in there with Roxy, which is the really peachy colour. Just delve my brush in there, and we're going to just run that from the outer corner sort of halfway there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Edge. I was going to use Mercury, but I didn't really use that in the eye look, so I'm going to take Edge, and I'm going to just take that from not quite the outer corner, but sort of halfway through Roxy, and then just take that near enough close to the inner corner. And then I'm going to go in with Axis, which is the very, very deep green, and we're just going to place that on the very outer corner, just like so. And then I'm going to wipe that brush off, and then what I want to do is just smudge it all together, bringing Axis just along a little bit more. Axis is so strong it kind of cancels out Roxy, but I'm just going to put a wee bit more of Roxy just on top of that, just so she's not getting dwarfed out of there. And that's pretty much the under eye. So we've got a little bit of depth with Axis in the corner, but not too much. And we've got some Roxy and Edge going on just to warm up the under eye. So then what I'm going to do now, guys, is I am going to take the Makeup Revolution. And I'm not going to be using this brush because we want a fair go. So I'm just going to use this smudge brush from Bourjois, however you say that. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to go in with the really peachy colour, which imitates Roxy. And we're going to go having to bend forward because there's not a mirror in the makeup rev. And we're just going to smudge that along, taking it sort of halfway. And then we're going to delve into the yellow, which imitates wave. And again, not quite the inner corner, just sort of halfway, bringing that along. Just like so. And then we're going to take a little bit of the deep colour, which imitates Axis, and just place that in the very, very outer corner. Just for that depth. As you can see, I'm going to rub off that brush. Smudge those together. And again, I want to put a little bit more of the peachy colour in there. Okay, so that is both eyes done. I felt got a little bit more control with the Zoeva brush, but that is both eyes pretty much similar colours used. So all I've got to do now is just put some mascara on the bottom lashes, and I'm just using the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal. That is the look complete. On my lips I have the Makeup Revolution Original Liquid Lipstick. Couldn't get that out there. And this is both eyes. So as you can see, for £4 you can create the same look as you can with the Anastasia Subculture. What I will say, as you can clearly see here, is that the Anastasia's eyeshadows are so pigmented and so intense, you can't, unless you build it up, you can maybe get that pigmentation. But for me, the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, doesn't matter what palette you have, I have a few of them, and the pigment is amazing. So intense, so rich. But on the other hand, what I will say is £43, guys, compared to £4, and I have created pretty much the same eye with that Makeup Revolution diversion as I would with the Subculture. The only differences in these palettes are the pigmentation is intense with the Subculture and the price point. Other than that, you get the same colours in the Makeup Rev diversion as you do the Subculture. You even get one or two that you don't have here in the Subculture. They blend as easy, they apply as easy, everything works well together. Like I said, these eye looks are pretty much identical except for the pigmentation. Other than the pigmentation and the price point, there is no difference between these two palettes. So guys, I would definitely say grab up this palette for £4. Once I have finished with this and hit pan, I definitely will not be repurchasing this at £43, I'm afraid. For as much as I do love this palette, £43 is quite steep. I would rather just pick up another Makeup Revolution iconic division. So there you have it, guys. This is the final look. Pretty similar, I do say so myself. I love what I've created here today. So that is it, guys. If you have liked this video, you've liked the comparisons between these, then give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, it'd be amazing if you could do. And join me here at Makeup Mummy. And remember and hit that bell also, as it'll notify you every time I upload, which is Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So guys, until the next video, remember and be safe, and we shall see you soon. Bye.